Hello and welcome. This is the Connection Hub, and I am Vanessa, a psychic medium who channels messages for the divine and your loved ones. I am going to spin the arrow 3 different times. You're going to find 3 different timestamps down below, and in those timestamps, I'll mention which areas we're looking at. You might be drawn to one of these areas, to 2 of them, or maybe even all 3. We don't know. We don't know until you get to those timestamps and until the topic at hand is picked. Just so you know what we have on the board here, we have the area of wellness, hobbies, home, relationships, health, career, travel, and romance. I will go ahead and spin the arrow for the first time. And we will be talking about career for pile number 1, home for pile number 2, and wellness for pile number 3. Check out the timestamps below, and I will see you in your reading. Welcome to your reading about career. I am going to start by pulling some cards out of the Life Purpose Oracle deck. This is This is a deck made by Doreen Virtue. We'll just go ahead and we'll see what messages want to come out for you first. Okay, to begin, we have creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. Next, we have books, school, energy healing, and career change. Okay, this is beautiful. With the creative expressions, try some new things that are outlets for you, creative outlets for you. And in that, it's almost like your mind is going to be able to release and space is going to be created in order for you to get a little bit curious about where you could potentially go with your career, or with where you could go in terms of creating financial abundance. There is a career change at hand. Maybe this is confirmation for something you've been thinking about and getting a little bit curious over. And with the energy healing, this message could be going in like one of 2 ways right now. You could be entering into a very heart-centered career, an energy-based career, or you could turn to an energy facilitator right now in order to just get a little bit more of an outlook. What path would be beneficial for you to walk down if you have a couple of different ideas and I'm hearing and you don't want to waste time in finding your way. It's almost like you're someone that needs direct answers or direct insight into what the next move should be. I'm also getting the understanding from your guidance right now that when you do get that direction or you do get that idea, to really go with it and to not twiddle your thumbs. It's almost like the energy is really, really building around you and within you to propel you into the next stage of your life. Are there any books right now that are calling out to you, or did you want to start reading up on other topics that interest you right now? With the books and with the school, there is something surrounding you in terms of just branching out and learning different things to what you currently know. There is something about a change that's coming in, and a change I'm hearing that will bring you closer to your own authentic expression. Next, we have cards from the Guardian Angel Tarot deck. See what we have. We have 8 of emotions. You feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. In your heart, you know that there's more out there. Is there anything that you've been gravitated to recently? Are there any videos you feel naturally drawn to that is in a bit of a different realm, or even similar or familiar to where you are in your current career, but just an extension of? If there's anything you find yourself naturally researching or naturally learning from. This message, the Eight of Cups, is telling me that you can move towards this topic of discussion and look into building your own career out of this. Next, we have Guardian of Abundance. This is a time of great success for you. All your plans are blessed and will move forward perfectly. Maybe this is a career change that you've had in the works for a while. Maybe this is something that you've been dreaming of and something that you've really wanted to manifest. Maybe this is a career change that you've put some energy towards in the past, but you want to go all in moving forward. If you are shifting out of a current career, this could be your message and your sign to say you can put more energy into the new path very confidently. Next, we have positive recognition. Congratulations, your plans have worked out perfectly, and now it's your time to shine. Brilliant new ideas will present themselves. If you are in a place, or once you decide it's your time to put more energy into the career change and to put more energy towards this next phase of your life, things are going to happen for you quickly and more creative ideas are going to unfold. And this is where the don't twiddle your thumbs, like when ideas come in, act on them quickly, because the moment you acknowledge that idea and put action towards that, more information is going to stream into you. I'm just picking up on your energy, and your energy is presenting itself to me as someone who is very balanced, very logical and creative. This is like a beautiful double threat of someone who can be very successful in many avenues of life. And you're very intuitive. You're hardworking, but you're also really intuitive. And this is just creating an extremely beautiful open space for you and incredible opportunities for you to take advantage of. Open your heart. Allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotionally fulfilling experience for such a long time. This career change, or even if it is a hobby that you want to create more passive income around, it's going to be very emotionally fulfilling for you. And I'm also hearing, why didn't I do this sooner? And you're going to understand why you were receiving intuitive guidance to move in this new direction all along. Next, we have 9 of Action. You've worked hard to create the things you cherish in your life, such as beloved relationships, amazing accomplishments, and hearth and home. Rest assured that all these treasures and you are being constantly protected by your angels. I'm just picking up on the sense that you can't choose wrong, and anything you do put your energy towards at this time is only going to benefit you in the long run. Don't overthink any decisions that you want to make. Just really go with the flow and anchor yourself into where it is you feel your heart guiding you on a day-to-day basis. Next, we have Helper of Thought. Your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all of your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. Remembering also to create balance in life, to really take care of yourself and to really honor every aspect of yourself, emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. And when things move really quickly and when life just explodes with abundance, it is important for us to ensure that we're remaining very grounded and very balanced in every aspect of our life, just to ensure that that flow isn't stuck in any area, but instead moves with ease and grace. Next, we have Healer of Abundance. Never doubt that you can make a difference. Your creativity and ability to be innovative make you destined to succeed. You have a really healing, beautiful way of reaching others. And that can really be through anything. It can be through a program you create, or a product that you sell, or art, a book that you write, marketing strategies, anything you are driven towards or anything you create for yourself within a career, you have a unique way of presenting it, and the imprint you leave is very beautiful, very magical, and very infinite. And you can always tap into this Because we were speaking to keeping balance and just making sure that you're doing things that take care of every aspect, I'm interested in asking like what area of your life you can pay attention to a little bit more right now. Just the top card. Perfect. So this is the Sacred Self-Care deck. Sync with the moon. So more of an energy base, tuning into the energetic aspects of who you are. And I'm hearing even the emotional aspects of who you are. So when we sync with the moon, when we see how the moon affects our emotional state, our mental state, it does have an effect on the other aspects of who we are, even physically. Syncing with the moon for yourself, the overall message is really paying attention to the 4 aspects of who you are and dialing in on just your inner awareness and how you are connecting with your source of intelligence. Next, we have look for fairies, look to the stars. Yeah. Spend time with friends, and then alone time. Yeah. This is incredible. Splitting up your attention between not leaving your friends or your family members, but balancing that out with your alone time, not always having opinions or not always having the company of others around you. The look to the stars, look for fairies, and syncing with the moon is a lot of asking you to be in balance with your spiritual self, which makes sense because in the physical world, when we spend a lot of time in branching out, especially in our careers and work and wanting to make things happen from an actionable standpoint, the spiritual aspect of prayer or meditation can be pushed off. You could be someone who also pushes aside physical activity because you're working too hard. In terms of remaining balanced or making sure that you stay grounded when things do pick up speed and they do move forward quickly, just ensure that you are spending this alone time with yourself and connecting with your inner awareness. With this shift in career focus, or maybe putting more attention on your hobbies for additional passive income, we're going to pull from the Shadow Work Oracle deck just so that we can get a few more messages on guidance that can help you out right now, realizing your plans and bringing your manifestations into your world. What could be stopping you from progressing forward as quickly as you would like? Shedding illusions. The first step is awareness. The second is acceptance, reality, honesty, self-love. Shadow dance. When you move shadows, you discover your rhythm. Fluidity, movement, open. Inner balance. What you resist persists. What you accept transforms. Wholeness and duality. And then lastly, we have heal through art. Express your shadows in art and let healing unfold. Creativity, expression. We're going to clear all of these cards and I will see if there's any additional messages for you. The last deck we're going to pull from is Queen of the Moon Oracle, just for any additional messages that need to come out. So for pile number 1's career or new prosperous beginnings, what do they need to know? We have change with number 35. We have action and we have self-love. Phenomenal. The changes happening, the changes that you're going to make, the new action you're going to be putting towards your career or towards prosperous hobbies that you have for yourself. I'm just understanding that now is the time to heed your guidance and to follow the different paths that you haven't yet walked. That change is going to take place. We're always evolving, we're always changing, and it's like you or this new version of you is yours to discover. I'm also picking up on there may be a need for change and a need to take a look at the choices and the decisions you are making. It's like you have an idea of the trajectory you want to go in and you have an idea of what life could look like, but now it's just aligning your ideas, aligning your intuitive inspiration with your logical action. Lastly, I'm just hearing that in those moments where you do feel stuck and you need a bit of a break, or you need to come back to grounding yourself, you can just simply ask what fulfillment looks like to you. What does it feel like? How can you feel that within your career and within the ways you spend your time and you spend your energy in order to enjoy the life that you have? Okay, you have chosen the area of your life in regards to home. So I'm going to start by pulling some cards out of the Queer Tarot and see what messages we can gather in terms of your home. First, we have the Ten of Cups. It's a promising opening. Next, we have the Nine of Wands, the Devil card, the Chariot, fast movement. We have the Five of Cups, the Page of Wands, and we have the Four of Swords. With the Five of Cups, this message really talks to us about feeling like dissatisfaction, feeling possibly disappointed, feeling not as fulfilled in their situation. We also have the energy of the Devil and then the Nine of Wands. Especially beside the energy of the Devil, I'm just seeing that maybe there were patterns and habits with people that were just really unsettling. I'm just picking up on the fact that there were a lot of lessons learned and there was a lot of inner strength that was built during this time in this home or in this environment. I do think it's extremely promising that we opened up with the Ten of Cups and over here we have the Chariot. So even with this conflicting energy of just a lot of challenges and not being sure with how much you can push forward, we do see there being happiness, fulfillment, and joy at the same time. So it's almost like living where you've lived hasn't looked the best or hasn't felt the best all the way through, but there were some great moments and great opportunities in the experiences that you exchanged, either with housemates, with family members, with neighbors, or your neighborhood as a whole. The Chariot coming soon after the Nine of Wands is saying that this last push is happening really quickly. There is new vibrant energy that's coming in for you to experience. This could all be happening after quite some time. Maybe it's taken you a while to get to this point of a new beginning, but it is here. We're going to remove these cards. Next, I'm going to be pulling from the Archangel Raphael deck. First, we have increased energy. Next, we have alternative medicine. Consult a nutritionist. Caffeine free. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask that you cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so that I may honor my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals. Stay positive. And then we have sobriety. This is very nutrition based and very health based. Maybe the area you live in or the people that you live with have a very big influence on what it is you eat or what it is you consume. In my mind's eye, seeing this card from the Psychic Tarot deck moving on, I feel like when you move into your next environment and when you shift out of this current living situation, you're going to be fueling yourself with more appropriate things that suit you and suit who you are. It's almost like with that independence of being in this new space or being in the new area, the new neighborhood, like maybe having access to really fresh farmers markets or more foods that are whole and wholesome for you. Whatever the case is, when you do go into this new area or when you do leave this current location that you are in, it's going to have a lot of beneficial effects on your health. The alternative medicine and just finding practitioners that will help you right now. This could be something that you start looking into before you make moves and before you go into a new home or a new environment. Maybe you're even traveling to other parts of the world and you're going to plan on staying there for weeks at a time or months at a time, or just hopping about. You could make plans to just speak with professionals in that area before you land. Okay, amazing. Love that. Let's clear these. And where are we going to go from here? What cards are we going to use? Okay. Let's use the Psychic Tarot deck. This is a deck by John Holland. I love this deck. Okay, to begin, we have emotional loss, the sacral chakra. Are some of you moving away from a childhood home? Maybe. We have the third eye chakra. I was picking up on from the sacral chakra. This is where we hold a lot of emotions, along with creative energy as well. But there could be a lot of emotional ties to your neighborhood or where it is you are moving away from. Sit in meditation or start a journaling practice. Maybe you have a couple of different ideas of where you want to land in the near future. Maybe you're still trying to figure out like what new neighborhood is going to work for you, or what country is going to work for you if you're thinking about traveling abroad. Allow for your inner sight to guide you. And if it's not to a specific place, maybe it's to see a specific type of environment that is going to suit you and your current energy, or the new expansive energy that you're hoping to step into. There's a lot of newness around you right now, and I feel like you really have an opportunity to highly attract exactly what it is you desire. And I'm just hearing like dream really big. Next, we have accelerated motion, and the accelerated motion is in the exact same spot the Chariot card was when we opened up with the tarot. So this movement or shifting home, shifting environment, shifting neighborhoods is happening a lot quicker than anticipated. So see if there's anything you need to do to just line your ducks in a row. Like, do you need to go through your belongings and do another declutter? Do you need to make sure there's any legal papers that have to get sorted and just closed out if you are planning to travel? Whatever you need to do to close out the current chapter that you are in to make moving into the next chapter as seamless as possible is going to really benefit you. Love begins. I mean, a couple of different things are coming in for this. You could be moving and finding the love of your life, starting a new romantic relationship. I'm seeing with the newness, a lot of unexpected, beautiful changes are coming in on all fronts. You could feel a love for life again. You could really appreciate your independence a bit more. You could be sitting in the seat of gratitude, I'm seeing, and really appreciating the challenges that you did face, because you understand without those challenges, you wouldn't be as blessed as you currently are. And when I say you currently are, I'm really tapping into your future energy. Next, we have positive movement forward. This is all really exciting. It's like your dreams have been heard and they have been answered. Next, we have the waiting game. And to finish that, we have root chakra, which makes so much sense. There is really beautiful energy just as a whole in your reading. The root chakra speaks to our physical world, our community, feeling safe, feeling like we are a part of something. It speaks to to our financial well-being. It speaks to the physical body. So I'm seeing you going around and like house hunting or flat searching and just being asked to tune into what feels good to you when you walk in the door. Really tune into your clairsentience, the messages that you feel in your physical body when you are in certain areas of the world. Like maybe you're being led to a country or to a neighborhood, whatever the case is for you, and you get to that neighborhood and you're there to experience something, but it doesn't feel like that's where you're supposed to start planting your roots. Don't worry about that. Feel into that and then just connect with your emotion, connect with your inner guidance, and then ask the next appropriate question. It's like, okay, well, maybe I'm here to experience something, but where is it I am being led to really put my roots deep into the earth? Where is it that I need to go next? And just keep following that feeling. And where you are being led is really going to be the answer for you. Okay, to close this reading out, let's pull some cards from the Romance and Love Oracle. I love that this Love Begins card came out. So let's see if you have additional messages in here. First up is nurture. Nurture your relationships like blooming flowers. They'll flourish. Maybe this is speaking to your current environment and how can you really spend your time in the best way possible, knowing that you are moving on and this is going to be happening quickly. Next, we have individuality. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. When you do get to this new place, this new neighborhood, or wherever it is you want to plant your roots a little bit more, and this love begins, let's just say hypothetically you do meet someone new or you do start to date, use your discernment. There's something that's going to be important in this next phase or in this next home, this next environment you do go in, where you keep your individuality and you really secure your own personal foundation with how you live your day and the routine you get into. And especially when it comes to your nutrition and how you fuel your body and how you keep the highest standard of health for yourself. It's like, get really clear there before combining spaces with other people, with someone else, with a new romantic partner or whoever it is you're considering living with. I feel like this next phase or this next environment for you is something for you to really enjoy solo first. Next, we have anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life. It's coming. I'm hearing it's coming quickly. This is exciting. Maybe you've been really hopeful in terms of your love life and your relationships. Next, we have apology. Never underestimate the power of a heartfelt apology. And I'm even hearing for this message, and if those who don't typically apologize do speak up and apologize for their behavior, even if it doesn't come across as being heartfelt, know that where that person is, that it takes a lot of courage for them to apologize in the first place, and to hear that apology for what it is, accept it. I'm hearing at all costs. It will mean a lot to that person. Twin flame. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. Ooh, maybe you're close to coming in union with your twin flame. Really feel into where you're drawn to travel to, or what areas, what neighborhoods you're really drawn to live in. This has high potential of bringing you closer into union with them. And then lastly, we have abundance. Open your heart to receive the abundant love the universe has to offer. I'm hearing a lot of affirmative work right now. If you're not especially in an abundant mindset or in an overly abundant place in your life right now, affirm, 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 and keep affirming that you are abundant, and that is what you'll be attracting. Let's remove these and we will pull from one more deck. I'm not sure which deck just yet. But we'll pull cards from one more deck for any last messages you need to hear. I love this. If you're enjoying this reading, thank you for pressing like and for subscribing. It has been an absolute pleasure reading for you. And if you're interested in private sessions, there are some open in my calendar, which is linked down below in the description. So we're going to close your reading with the Rosebud Tarot. The images on this deck are actually so amazing. What do we have here? 10 of water, 10 of cups. Aw. We opened and closed your session with that. Love that. We have the Ace of Water, so the Ace of Cups. So much happening in terms of emotionally fulfilling times are ahead. Oh, maybe the journey has been so challenging. You've wondered how you were going to get through it, but you have. Bottom of the deck is we have the sun. You have, and it's going to be so bright. Worth it. It'll be worth every second, is what I just heard. Okay, let's see what else. The Ace of Air. A new beginning of thought. Maybe, maybe you have an entire shift in your perspective coming up. That's really exciting. It's like a new way of experiencing life, experiencing the world. Next, we have Six of Water, Six of Cups, a really nostalgic energy. This also has me thinking about the connection with the twin flame. We have Sovereignty of Water, so that's the King of Cups. This is wishes fulfilled, beautiful emotional beginnings, but even more than the emotional beginnings and fulfillment, it's like pieces of the puzzle that were missing before this change. And then lastly, we have the Curiosity of Fire. So this is the Knight of Fire. This is passion, adventure, a lot of emotional stability moving forward. I just want to say congratulations on really pushing through this next little bit of your current adventure, because what you have waiting for you is absolutely full of joy and everything your heart could ever ask for. Hello, hello. If you have chosen the third pile, which is going to focus on your wellness and anything you need to know in terms of your overall well-being, welcome to your reading. We are going to use the original Rider-Waite deck, and we are just going to start by asking the energy that you're in terms of wellness, and just as an anchor, like where we can start off in the messages that are going to come through. Okay. The Tower. A lot of things could be shaking up right now. Maybe a lot of new movement, a lot of discovery, inner discovery, a lot of turmoil could be coming up. You could be filled with anxiety right now, maybe feeling a little bit unstable. It's like your foundation is being shaken. You feel shook, and you could actually be here in search of just figuring out the next steps and how you can start grounding yourself just a little bit more. We have the Eight of Wands. Maybe this happened really suddenly. Maybe it came out of the blue, this moment of awakening, or this moment of just things in your world shaking up. I'm seeing you feeling disgruntled. Maybe you feel disappointed with where your career is heading in the moment. There's a lot of foundational pillars in your life right now where quickly things started to crumble. You could have been praying or just saying out loud, like, what is the point to all of this? Like, why am I here? What is my purpose? Ace of Swords. This shift in awareness, or the crumbling of, like, these tower moments could have very well come from your crown chakra opening up, maybe your mind opening up to these, I don't want to say esoteric thoughts, but to these lines of thought, to these ideas that are actually making you search deeper within. The situation is, it feels really mental in terms of your train of thought, but it's having a deeper undertaking within your life on a soul level. Next, we have the Seven of Wands. There could be a lot of energy around fighting your current reality or around fighting these thoughts that are coming in. Shifts are happening, and they're happening, I'm hearing, with or without your permission. And now is the time to really surrender and just ask, like, okay, what is next? And also asking, how can you find sturdier ground now before it feels like life is ripped out like a carpet from underneath your feet? It feels overwhelming, but I want to assure you right off the top, I am here with you and I am here supporting you. So we'll continue unfolding cards and just seeing what is coming out for you. In this disturbance, in this really quick crumbling of what you thought were like your sure foundations, you are going to tap into emotional fulfillment. But even more than emotional fulfillment, I want to say spiritual fulfillment as well. Fulfillment as a whole. This is like my cup runneth over, but I'm seeing in every area of life. It's like things have to get worse before they get better, is the energy that you're currently in. And better they will get. This is the Four of Wands. This is our celebration card. It's coming to celebration, not only with others, but specifically speaking for your reading, I'm seeing coming to a celebration with yourself and with that divine light within. Next, we have the Queen of Swords. These thoughts that you're currently having, possibly, like, what is the point? Is there more? There has to be more to this life. Is clearing out or bringing you into the next, I want to say, phase of your awareness. Your mental agility is only getting clearer and clearer every day. Imagine when a building is destroyed and it comes crumbling down, and there's this billowing cloud of dust that lifts, and then eventually it settles. And this is what's happening, is in this crumbling, in these shifts happening in your life, it's like this cloud of smoke is what you're in. But the Queen of Swords is telling you eventually it's going to settle, and your space, environment, your wellness, your internal understanding is going to be clear, and that it's really exciting and clearly something that you will be celebrating, if not now, very soon. Next, we have the Lovers. This could be bringing you closer into union with a divine counterpart, with a soulmate, with a very fulfilling relationship that you've been praying for and hoping for. It's like in this crumbling, with the shift of this old energy, you're giving yourself the opportunity to walk away from what isn't serving you and walking towards the relationships that really are going to bring you this fulfillment. And then we have the magician. When we face challenges, sometimes it is challenging for us to see past the challenge and to see the good in the challenge. But this Magician card showing up is really communicating you've manifested this. Just in that seed that was planted, that thought of like, really, is this all there is to life? Like, there has to be more. There needs to be some amount of joy that I can feel in my day. Just this question that was posed, this moment, or maybe in many little moments throughout your life, this new beginning has been manifested for you and by you, and it really is going to bring you into a new level of awareness and a deeper understanding of who you are from a wellness and holistic standpoint that you will find to be really fulfilling. Next, I'm going to pull cards from the Psychic Tarot. And let's see what else you have in store. You have new beginnings. You have the solar plexus. You could notice this really influences your inner strength, your confidence as a whole. We have transformation, very transformational time. Your intuition expands at this time as well. Your ability to really tune into the messages your higher self has for you. Next, we have material and spiritual prosperity. You are on such a beautiful, beautiful, I want to say mission with your soul right now. Next, we have awareness. This card actually flipped open when I was shuffling, and I knew that that was for you. The number to this card is a 1, so you can expect new beginnings and, of course, spiritual prosperity. Is there someone that you've been wanting to connect with, someone in spirit in terms of your ancestral line or loved ones, maybe a parent or a grandparent or a great grandparent? I'm hearing that right now you can sit in meditation with them and start exploring your new expansive energy with them. Next, we have the root chakra. This is really beautiful. And then we have the waiting game. The waiting game is really speaking to the moments of discomfort when we're going through an awakening or our shifts in awareness. And I heard for you, this too shall pass, because now that you're in the current of awakening and shifting your awareness in these enlightening ways, it's finding a way to really allow for the flow, that ebb and flow of the feeling of discomfort and challenge to be met with as much grace as the higher points in the journey, to feel comforted and to feel comfortable in the challenging moments of the awakening process. Next for you, we'll pull from the Moonology deck. This card. First, we have a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Is it the Lovers? Yeah. I'm going to move this card over here. You know what sense I'm getting is you've been desiring a type of romantic relationship that would have only been made possible through this transformation. Remembering, like energy attracts like energy. So we can have a desire for something, and sometimes in order for that desire to come to fruition, foundational changes need to happen in order to have that energy we desire to reflect back to us. Your shift, your newness, your deeper levels of awareness is bringing you closer to your relationship. Next, we have expect powerful change. Even if you have experienced other awakenings in the past, it's what you're experiencing right now is going to open up the doors to, I'm hearing, an even deeper understanding of who you are on a soul level. I have a feeling that you know what the energy shakeup looks like and feels like, and this isn't your first rodeo. And what's happening for you here is only expanding your light even further. Next, we have you're very close to achieving your goal. You could be someone that's been on the spiritual journey or spiritual path for quite some time. I'm even hearing lifetime after lifetime. You have possibly reincarnated in previous lives where you've wanted to achieve something, but you didn't quite see that through. This message is confirming that now is your time to achieve that thing. And with that solar plexus, you will have the confidence to achieve it, to really stand firm in your beliefs and the message you have to share at hand. Take time to breathe out. Take time to find balance. Take time to ensure that when you feel maybe slightly anxious or you're uncertain of the path ahead, that you can really just ask yourself what you need in the moment. So speaking of what you could need in the moment, I was just drawn to the inner child deck. So let's see what you have in here. And there's one more card. Perfect. We start off with, you do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. Maybe there's a facilitator you'd like to book a session with. If you feel like I could help in any way, my calendar is linked below, but maybe there is another reader that you also feel really comfortable with. Sitting with a reader, sitting with a healing practitioner is definitely a way that you could feel supported. Otherwise, I suggest right now being a really great time for you sitting in prayer and sitting in meditation. Another way you could find support is turning to a friend or a family member that you feel really close with, that you don't feel judged by, and you feel comfortable having open and honest conversations with. Otherwise, you could, of course, sit and write with your ancestors or maybe your loved ones in spirit. Ask for the things that you want to receive and really hold on to your faith that your prayers are being answered. Next, we have let go of the past. It's time to envision a new story. As you recognize this spiritual awakening happening for you, and as you recognize like you manifesting just the next phase of your awareness coming in, ask what qualities you have or had as the old version of you that you would like to leave behind. And it's almost like in that you can count on those qualities being left behind. You can set those intentions, take actionable steps towards moving closer to the new version of who it is you want to be and further away from the old version that you recognize does not align with ultimately where it is you want to go. Habits, patterns, old limiting thoughts and beliefs, really taking logical steps to be honest with yourself. Honestly ask yourself what aspects of yourself are not aligning with the version you envision yourself as. It's time to kick those habits and to start fresh. It's like if I'm a person with habit A, B, and C, and those habits no longer serve me, that's the old version of me. Now, if I want to be this person that I envision myself as, what type of habits would that person have, right? So taking a very practical approach within your spiritual self is really going to help merge and marry these two strong aspects of who you are in actualizing yourself in the physical world. Next, we have do what you need to do. It may be difficult, but now is the time. What new habits do you need? Or what relationships have outgrown themselves? Do what you need to do. Stop pushing the things away that you know you need to face, because once you do face those things, then you're going to come into exactly what it is you're manifesting with more, I don't want to say with more ease, but maybe quicker. And then lastly, we have let love guide you. Choose to see the good in the world today. As a quick, relatable note, this morning I woke up and I was in a bit of a mood. I received a really terrible comment and I thought, not today, Satan, not today. And I didn't actually take the high road as quickly as I wanted to. And I found myself getting into a bit of a mood over this complete stranger's comment, which, you know, in hindsight does not make any sense to me. And I thought, no. And I changed and I went to the gym, and on my way home from the gym, my energy had completely shifted, and I realized that I was in a much more open, receptive state. And I reminded myself that anything in regards to fear or worry or anxiety, it's so low vibrational. And I'm in a position where I really only want love to guide me. So it's not to say I'm living delusionally and I'm on cloud nine all the time. Clearly that's not the case, especially if I'm getting rattled over a ridiculous YouTube comment. But what I am saying is understanding that I do have the choice and I can make the decision to allow for love to guide me, as opposed to allowing for anger to reflect then how I move in the world. And so anytime I need Jesus to step in really quick, it's like I need to remind myself to ask and to thank him for being there, and to just have a really quick prayer and a really quick moment of connection with him, with that pure divine love, in reassuring myself of what it is I need and what it is I am grateful to receive from love. So maybe in sharing that, it will also help you along your journey right now within your own spiritual advancements and within your own realm of wellness. Really beautiful and wonderful things to look forward to, and I am so excited for you to receive them. God bless you.